I'm so curious. Do you love me? Do you wonder the way that I do? I'm so curious what you think of me. Boy, am I just looking.
Hey guys! Okay, so I have another fragrance review for everyone today. Now I know summer is coming to an end and it's getting colder. I actually wore a sweater this morning for the first time in a while and a jacket yesterday. A jacket. But to keep your spirits warm, I'm bringing you a new Britney Spears fragrance review. Okay, now to be fair, this isn't a new fragrance. This fragrance is called Curious Heart. And it came out in 2007, and a lot of people thought it was like a new Curious fragrance, a new Britney fragrance. It actually is not. It is Curious. It's the original Curious, but it was re-released in this limited edition pink box and pink packaging. It came out around Valentine's Day of 2007 as sort of like a Valentine's, special. And Curious had been out for several years, so it was kind of like its anniversary or whatever, so they were doing like a special limited edition version of it. The fragrance itself, though, is the same as the original Curious, so I just want to tell you guys that right now. So there's no advertisement. She didn't make a new one for this. This is the Curious advertisement, like the Do You Dare tagline. So this one didn't get like a new ad, but it did get a new box. So here is the Curious Heart box. So it's the same, cube boxes as her Curious and her In Control were. So we have Curious Heart, Britney Spears written on the front on a blue ribbon with a heart and golden wings behind it. So it's sort of like this, very colorful kind of emblem. The box is pink. It's a light pink with little white hearts around it. And we have some pink hearts on the side. So it's all very Valentine's-y, very pink, very hearty. Not as curious as the Curious box, but it's still pretty cute. Okay, so I'm just going to show you the Curious bottle, like the original one that we've seen like a million times. Here is the original Curious one. So it was that sort of short, kind of classic look with the blue coloring and the gems. One of my favorite bottles of all time. And now the Curious Heart bottle is the same. It's the same shape and everything with the lid, but it's a different patterning and a different color. So of course it is pink, just like the box. It's a light pink with that same sort of Curious Heart tattoo emblem on the front of the bottle there, and a big heart on the right below it, and little hearts going around. Got that same emblem on the other side of it as well. And the lid this time is pink instead of blue. So this bottle is not transparent. You can't see through it like you can with the original Curious, so you don't really know how much you have left, which is, a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. But it doesn't come with any charms. Those Curious hearts of the original Curious did not make it to Curious Heart, the second version. So that's the bottle. Alright, so now I'm going to tell you what Curious Heart smells like. So this is a floral fragrance. It really is Britney's one and only true floral scent. A lot of her other ones are either fruity, like the Radiances, or very sweet, like the Fantasies, or kind of spicy, like Believe. But this one really was just floral. There's only one fruit in this, and relatively no sweet notes, so it is a rather soft floral scent. I'm going to spray it here a little bit. Oh, smelling Curious just takes me back. Because I've had that Curious for so long, and it's just, this was Britney's first scent. And it makes me think of, well, not this one, but that one was, and this is the same thing. It makes me think of Oops, I Did It Again, Britney, and just when I was in high school, and all I listened to was Britney, and well, it's not really different than today, but anyways, enough with memory lane. So in the top note of Curious Heart, we have Louisiana Magnolia, Golden Pear, and Water Lotus. That pear is the one and only fruit you're going to get in this fragrance, and I really love the top note. It's definitely my favorite part of the scent. I think the magnolia really is the standing point of it. It really starts off very floral, but the pear makes it, you know, a touch fruitier, a touch sweeter, so it doesn't come off, you know, as just like a generic flowery perfume. It really has that nice soft pear to it to make it a little fruitier and a little sweeter. It's a very innocent smell because it's just so soft and delicate, and I really love that opening. The water lotus, I mean, I guess it's kind of there to add a bit of like a refreshment to it, but I'd say it's definitely the magnolia and that juicy pear, that, well, soft pear, that really come out in the top. And what's kind of like curious about it is that magnolia, the magnolia is Louisiana, and that's where Britney was born, so she wanted to like incorporate that specific flower into the fragrance to make it sort of like smell like home. And like I just like it because, like, you know, when Britney smells it, she thinks of like home and her childhood. And when I smell it, I think of, you know, when I first got curious, like years and years ago. And so it kind of makes me think of like my upbringing. And so it kind of does the same thing for me as it does for Britney. And like, you know, that just makes it all the more special. So that's the top note. It's very soft, lightly fruity, and just a blossoming floral. And then in the heart of the fragrance, we have Early Morning Tuberose, which, you know, smells just the same as tuberose of any other time of the day. Cyclamen, and some star jasmine. So it has a pure floral heart, and that definitely shows itself. I'd say of those three, it is that tuberose that really kind of, you know, steps forward the most. Cyclamen, okay, to be honest, I don't even know what cyclamen smells like. It's like one of those few flowers that I don't really, like, I can't identify with it very well. So I mean, can't really say much on that part. But the tuberose I definitely smell, and that jasmine just brings that fresh floralness that jasmine always brings to fragrances. So it keeps the scent fresh. It never becomes too heavy or too floral. So that jasmine is like just really a good touch to that tuberose. And at this point, I feel like I could still smell the magnolia from the top, but I can't really smell the pear. The pear kind of just showed up to introduce you to the scent, and then, you know, took a leave of absence and kind of just left the florals there. So I'd say that the heart of the scent, whatever little soft fruitiness we had, kind of goes away a bit, and we're just stuck with that really pretty delicate floral heart. And then when we get to the base of the fragrance, we have vanilla-infused musk, blonde woods, and sandalwood azure, which I assume is just sandalwood. So the base is rather woodsy, and like a lot of fragrances have vanilla in the base, but to be honest, like, I've worn Curious a billion times, and I can honestly say that I never really get a vanilla vibe from this fragrance. It's not sweet. It doesn't have that creamy vanilla dry down that a lot of other scents have, and that's because, I mean, the truth is there's no vanilla in it. It's just vanilla infused musk. So it's that musk with just sort of like a lingering hint of vanilla. But even with that, I think the blonde woods and the sandalwoods, they really just make it, and plus all those florals from the top, just make it a very floral, musky dry down. There's nothing really sweet about it, nothing fruity. It just really is a floral musk left on your skin. And a lot of scents that I have, you know, sort of dry down to that floral musk, but I feel like this one is very strong. It's a strong base. It really is more of a musk that kind of projects a little bit. So I think because there was so many flowers in it, and plus the woods in the base just really make it a little bit stronger than most. So I feel like you can actually smell that floral muskiness. It's a good end to the scent. I'm kind of glad it doesn't end too sweet, because so many fragrances just end like with vanilla, whereas this one is just more of like, you know, the floral musk with kind of like a shadow of that infused vanilla. So it's a little bit more delicate, and I think it's a little bit more unique for Curious. So I have to say that Curious Heart is definitely Britney's most delicate fragrance. It really doesn't try too hard to be anything. It doesn't try and stand out. It's not this overpowering scent. It really is just, it's kind of minding its own business. It's pretty, it's delicate, it's very floral, and I think it really wasn't overdone at all. So I think it's a nice sort of break from some of her scents that, you know, if you find some too sweet or too fruity, this is going to be one that's kind of, you know, tones it down a little bit and keeps things a little bit more delicate. Now in terms of products, there were no products for this because, I mean, it's the same as Curious, so you can kind of just get those lotions and shower gels. I'll talk about sizing though. Because it was limited edition, it didn't come with all the different sizes that Curious came with. You can get it in the 1.7 ounce, which is this one here. This is 50 milliliters, same as this Curious bottle. And you could get it in the large bottle, the 100 milliliter with the atomizer spray. One second. So like you could get it in like this style bottle. This is my like super old Curious one. This bottle, oh my god, it is looking rough these days. Like it's in pieces. Okay, you know, I'm gonna put that away. She doesn't want to be seen on camera anymore. So you can get the spray bottle, or you can get this bottle. It's not selling in stores anymore because it was limited edition, and it kind of came and went quickly. You can still buy it off Elizabeth Arden's website. I had to order mine off eBay because Elizabeth Arden doesn't deliver to Canada, so I just got it off eBay. But yeah, so you can order online, but not so much. It's difficult to find in stores. So in terms of lasting power, it has average lasting power. None of the notes in it are too strong, so it doesn't really, you know, last forever, but it's gonna stay with you for like, you know, a couple hours at least. When to wear it, I think it's definitely a daytime fragrance. It's nothing fancy or it's nothing strong for the evening, so definitely keep it for daytime use. And I think it's perfect for spring because it just really is a nice uplifting floral, so it's just perfect for a spring day. Whenever I like, you know, whenever spring comes and like I can smell them, because I have a lot of trees around me, I can smell like the flowers blossoming and like the wind, and I always think of Curious. I'm just like, my mind is like going towards Curious, and this is like my spring scent, and I just think it's really perfect for that sort of warmish, coolish weather when like everything's kind of getting sunnier. Okay, so I guess that's all I really have to say about Curious Heart. Again, some people have said that it smells different from Curious, and you know, I don't really know what to say to you people other than I think it's just wishful thinking. I think you just, I mean, I wanted it to smell different. I wanted it to be like, oh, a new Curious, but it really isn't. Elizabeth Arden themselves, like on the website, say like it's just a limited edition packaging, and even list the same notes as Curious. So it really is. I did like a smell test, like Curious Heart on one, Curious on the other, and like there's no difference really at all. There's no difference. So, you know, you don't have to get this one if you're looking for like all the different Britney fragrances. You don't have to get this one. I eventually wanted to get it because, you know, I have to have absolutely everything in the Britney collection. So I had to get Curious Heart, but you know, remember it is the same as the original. Okay guys, that's the end of my Curious Heart review, and I will see you guys next time, hopefully next week, with a new review on something new. Alright, I'll see you guys later.